Welcome to Osaka. This city is known for its energetic and outgoing residents, eclectic cityscape, and crazy number of places to eat and drink. But if you're in the mood for craft beer, and maybe want to try something locally brewed, you'll have to look a little harder to find it. But don't worry, there are some great places to drink craft beer in Osaka. Here's a list of my personal favorites. Number 1. Brewpub Tetard, Vallee. A neighborhood micro-brewery bistro located near Osaka Castle. This place has friendly and casual atmosphere, good food, and very reasonably priced beer. The brewing is done on site, and you can see right into the brew room from the bar counter. And since most of the staff are also the brewers, feel free to compliment them directly on their work. I tried a few tasty beers while I was there, but the standout was their dark saison. Brewed by this guy. The food is more bistro than pub quality, and everything is prepared with a Japanese attention to detail and is visually appealing as well as tasty. I should mention that if you arrive at lunchtime, you have to order food with your beer, so you can't just pop in at 1 p.m. for a pint. Well, you can, but you'd be forced to order some tasty food with your reasonably priced and lovingly brewed beer. I did, and I didn't regret it. Number 2. Brewpub Centerpoint. Another neighborhood microbrew joint with a very similar setup to Tetard Vallee. Not a coincidence, since the two places are actually affiliated, but run independently, with different brewing operations and menus. And atmosphere. Centerpoint definitely has a more casual feeling. To me, it felt more American than Japanese. Well, maybe it was partly because they were playing the Chili Peppers when I walked in. But this place has a kind of make-yourself-at-home vibe that is quite refreshing in Japan. To order food, you go back to the counter by the entrance. The choices are basically barbecued meat or side dishes like pickles or fries. And like with the beer, you just pay when you order. Nothing fancy, just simple and good quality. The brewing is done on-site here too, and you can see right into the brew room. And I should mention, the beer prices are very reasonable here as well. Of the beer I tried while I was there, their Double Red IPA was particularly tasty. This would be an easy place to spend an afternoon. Number 3. Beer Belly Temma, Minoh beer. You can't talk about beer in Osaka without mention of Minoh. The original brewery in the region, Minoh beer was started back in 1996 by the legendary Masaji Oshita, known locally as the godfather of beer. Today, the brewery is run by Masaji's 3 daughters and has continued to grow and improve in quality and reputation. This location, Beer Belly Temma, features a lively atmosphere in the heart of Tenma's busy hospitality district. This place has the casual, relaxed atmosphere of a classic neighborhood pub. The food is typical pub fare at reasonable prices, and everything I've tried here has been good. I should mention though that they don't open until 3 p.m. on the weekends, so it's not the best option for lunch. As for the beer, Minoh focuses mainly on traditional beer styles. Done well. But always features a few interesting seasonal brews as well. They're also the only Japanese brewery that I know of that has real ale as a part of their regular lineup. Two of their most popular beers, their WIPA and Stout, are available in this silky smooth, naturally carbonated style in addition to the standard form. If you've never had a real ale before, this could be a good place to try it. Beer Belly Tenma is a great spot, but for the full Minoh experience, I highly recommend heading up to the town of Minoh, about 30 minutes train ride from Osaka Umeda Station. Nestled in the mountains to the north of Osaka, the town of Minoh is a popular destination for those wanting to get out of the city and spend some time in nature. It's also the location of the Minoh Beer Warehouse, which offers a wider selection of beers, a gift shop, and more of a cafe vibe compared with their Temma location. Number 4. Baird Beer Base Station Kansai. Based in Shizuoka Prefecture, Baird Beer has been producing quality beer for over 2 decades. They have a wide range of beers available, mostly traditional styles, but also make use of many local and seasonal ingredients and some more experimental, uniquely Japanese flavor combinations as well. The atmosphere is casual with a kind of classic neighborhood brewpub vibe and a nice solid wood bar counter. The food is mostly limited to pub snacks, but they also have a few interesting options such as venison or wild boar jerky from the mountains of Izu Peninsula in Shizuoka. But the beer really is the main attraction here. You can just taste the quality of the ingredients and the passion and expertise that goes into the brewing. This is unpretentious craft beer at its best. I may be a bit biased here, since I have a sort of personal connection with this brewery. Their Kurofune Porter was the first Japanese craft beer that I fell in love with years back when I used to live in Shizuoka Prefecture. And it's still one of my favorites today.
That's delicious.
Number 5. West Coast Brewing, Umeda 1. West Coast Brewing is another Shizuoka-based brewery that has recently set up shop in Osaka. These guys have only been around for a little while, but have gained a large and enthusiastic following in a short time. Basically, they're offering the American craft beer experience in Japan, focusing on high-impact, hop-forward styles such as various types of IPAs. And you know what? They're absolutely crushing it. Every beer I've had from them has been somewhat of a flavor bomb. In a good way.
So I've ordered the Full Hop Alchemist version 38 double hazy IPA. And it's delicious. Come by.
This location, Umeda 1, in spite of being conveniently located right in central Osaka, is also inconveniently located in the basement of a dingy mixed-use office and commercial building. So is a bit hard to find. But then you come around the corner to be greeted by this sleek urban bar with its bright colors and shining beer taps, and you find yourself transported into a magical world of double IPAs and all their sour and hazy derivatives. They have the occasional classic style as well, but the newer hop-forward styles really are their forte. All in all, this is a first-rate place to drink craft beer. although you might want to finish that first double IPA before you look at the prices. Number 6. West Coast Brewing Dark Lab. Not far from the popular Shinsaibashi shopping district is West Coast Brewing's other bar in Osaka. This place includes a kitchen and a more extensive lineup of beer than their Umeda location. It also has a dark and moody ambience, with several display panels, one of which shows sports games now and then. So atmosphere-wise, it's kind of an interesting mix of a trendy cocktail lounge and a sports bar. Here's the menu for this place. The burgers came highly recommended, and I wasn't disappointed by the one I ordered. As for beer, I decided to try something different here.
Mango Party Session IPA.
Which was surprisingly flavorful for a lower alcohol beer. Number 7. Craft Beer Base Mother Tree. As soon as you step into this place, you notice a strong feeling of community. It really feels like a nexus for craft beer lovers in Osaka. The staff are approachable and knowledgeable, but more than that, the other customers were friendly and happy to talk about beer or recommend a favorite. Most of the beers they serve are brewed right here on premise, but there are also usually a few guest brews available as well. One of the great things about this place is their mix of beer styles. You can get a classic German Pilsner or alt beer, as well as a range of modern and more experimental styles. I tried several beers when I was there with my friend James from Rampant Lion Reviews, and they were all really solid. But according to James, the standout of the evening was their Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah, try this if you get the chance. They sell the bottles, they're just in the fridge right over there.
I missed out on that one, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll still have it next time I'm there. As for food, they're obviously going for a German theme with the menu, although they have a range of other classic pub foods as well. We went with the pepperoni pizza and a schnitzel. Both were very good with beer. In closing, I'll just mention that in addition to the beer they have on tap, there's also quite a good selection of domestic and international beers for sale. If I wanted to experience Japanese craft beer culture in Osaka, and could only visit one spot, this would probably be it. The craft beer scene in Osaka is always changing and developing, and there will always be cool new places to check out. I should mention that this is by no means a complete list of places to drink delicious beer in Osaka. There are a few other places that have been recommended to me that I haven't had the chance to visit yet, and even a few that just popped up while I was putting the finishing touches on this video. Content for part 2, I guess. For now, I'll add a more complete list in the video description. If you know a good place in Osaka that I've missed, let me know in the comments, and I'll add that as well. Thanks for watching. Craft beer guides for Nagoya and Kyoto are also on the way, and I hope you'll join me for those as well. Kanpai!